Howdy folks, you're watching Deuce. I'm starting this video out a little bit differently because I was told by a much larger YouTuber that due to the content in my videos, I should start my videos out with something other than what I normally speak about. So start out with a song or a skit or a dance. Well, fortunately for you, I can't sing, I can't dance, and I can't act. But what I can do is tell stories. Today's story revolves around my first job as an electrician. I am not a licensed electrician, nor have I ever been, but I have done a lot of electrical work. So we're in the dark end of the bunker, which I am wiring up some lights over here, not for studio use, but for my own personal use. So I get my old Romex out here. My first job was in a barn behind a church, and all the church wanted was some fluorescent lights put into the barn ceiling and then wired to the light switch that was already there. Some other schmuck had put in a light switch, promised to put in the lights, and then ghosted them, never came back. So I went there kind of as a favor because, again, I am not an electrician by trade. I just know how to stick wires together. And I put in the lights, no problem at all, wired them down to the switch, no problem at all, turned on the switch, and almost burned the barn down. The reason for the fire was because the schmuck who put in the light switch had run a 220 line out to it versus a 110. It was a normal light switch. It was not intended for a 220 volts. Trust me, it was a normal ass light switch. So when I flicked that switch, the fluorescent lights went off like a flashbang. It was a horrible sound. But I figured it out pretty quick, and I ran new Romex from the church from a known circuit, and everything was golden after that. So the moral of today's video is always check the voltage of the circuit, not just if that circuit is live or dead. Now on with today's video. We are going to be reviewing the CVLife Covert red dot. It comes with a nice little cover there. I'll go ahead and put that to the side so you can see the red dot in all its glory on my Canic rival. A very, very good competition ready pistol, but we're not concerned about that. We're concerned about the red dot sitting on top of that pistol. This is the second video in an ongoing series I have on reviewing budget-minded red dots for your pistol because they have come down in price enough and the quality has gone up enough to the point where it's actually something that has a market and has a substantial amount of options available. So I was surprised when I started looking at it that there are several options available, and this is one of them. So we're going to review it today. Before we get started, let me verify that the Canic is completely empty and there is no magazine. First and foremost, the one thing you need to know absolutely before you buy this is the fact that its footprint is the classic RMR. Not the RMRC, not the Doctor footprint or anything of that nature. It is the classic RMR from way back, the original. And that is good because that means it's a full-size sight that goes onto a full-size pistol. They also offer a version of this, a smaller version of this for the compact footprints, but this is not that one. I will review that later on in this ongoing series. This is the box that comes in here. It's not a very big box, but it has all the tools, all the different screws and adapter plates and everything you're going to need to put this on either a Picatinny rail or a RMR base. The instructions have gotten so much better from these budget-minded optics. Years and years ago, it would be just straight English if you understand my drift here. But now, this thing's really good. This thing is very, very good. It's very, very well laid out. And continuing with the well thought out theme, the battery is user serviceable from the top. Sometimes it's from the top, sometimes it's from the side. If they are user serviceable from the bottom, that's a problem because you have to resight your red dot in after you change the battery, which shouldn't be that often because this is a shake-away system. Raise up your pistol, it turns on. You put it down, you wait about 5 or 10 minutes. I can't remember the exact cycle time. Every single red dot's a little bit different, but it turns off, and then the second it senses any motion whatsoever, it turns back on. Now your first question should be, how does the red dot look? What does the actual red dot itself look like? Is it any good? Because if that's not good, then all these other features don't matter. Well, luckily, the red dot is awesome. It is crisp, it is clear. It goes through a completely transparent window. It's not tinted or anything, which I like. So you're not going to be manipulating the sight picture through the glass, which is fantastic. And the red dot itself on this particular model is 6 MOA. It's huge, which is perfect for me and my use case. I am not trying to drill down a tiny target 100 meters away. I am using this for my competition circuit in 3-gun and with USPSA competitions, which we rarely shoot a target out beyond 20 meters. We're now down on the range testing out the Wolf CVLife red dot here, and I got some targets down here. Let me show you. They're about I don't know how far away they are, about 10 yards away, and well, they get progressively further and further away because I will be shooting from this point right here. So they'll be close and then further and further and further away. Now this will be the first shots I've done with this new red dot here. So it's not sighted in at all. I just slapped it down from the factory and bolted her down. So we're gonna find out exactly how off or on she is at the very get-go, and then we'll make adjustments from there. First of all, just some real quick, slow shots. Okay, well, elevation is correct, but it looks like she might be. Yep, shooting a little bit left. Yep, okay, so let me do a little bit of adjustment. Be right back. All right, now shooting a little bit right. I went a little bit too far. Yeah, there we go. Now we're good to go. Okay, my first couple of shots, this was one of them over here. So here was my first couple of shots, and then I adjusted it too far to the right. These were my two right here, too far to the right. I went back about halfway. There you go. So that is the mark of a decent sight, and the fact that you can get it sighted in with just a few shots on the fly. That is good. That's a good sign for things to come. Huh. Nice. Well, let's see, yeah, that last shot there, there you go. That's closer to about 20, about closer to 20 yards. So we got 10 right there in front behind the camera, and it just progressively goes a little bit further away. Not bad, not bad at all. Let's do that one more time here, and we'll continue shooting. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, let's get weird. Of all the stage aspects that I hate this one the most. You can't quite stand up straight. You can't quite squat all the way down. You're kind of halfway in between. For a 4'10", this would be perfect, but I'm not. Right here, underneath here, if you look, it is all eaten the heck up right here because people, let me clear my pistol here real quick. Okay, so what people will do, will try to back up just a little bit, and with recoil, they'll be up a little bit too high. With recoil, they'll be banging the top of their pistol against the top of this hole here, this window. This really damages the piece of wood. Don't really care about that. But what it will do, it will jam your pistol because it won't be able to cycle because it's smacking up against the bottom of this. So it'll jam your pistol and sometimes break off your front sight. I have done both of those on the same stage. So I am not a fan of this. I'm trying to get better at it. Ah, there we go. Ah, there we go. Not a fan. Not a fan at all, because it's designed to make it very, very awkward to shoot. And it totally does that job. Shooter ready. Load up. Unload. Oh, show clear. Well, I missed one. Not bad for a first run, plus dragging around you guys with me. Let's see if I can do that just a little bit better. Maybe I can get a full clean run. Probably not. Because again, I'm dragging around a camera and tripod as well. Oh, you guys are way cattywampus. Okay, here we go. Oh. I'm going to call that a clean run, even though I struggled with you guys on this tripod and I had a dud round. I had some bad rounds this time around. I'm going to have to check my primers. Okay, I've done some damage to the range now. So let's see if it held zero. Let's go back a little bit. Where's my mag at? Found one. All right, so let's go ahead and see how good this is as far as accuracy goes from a distance after being abused on the range like I normally do. All right. Let's walk her back a good ways. Nice. Let's keep on walking her back. Ba-ding! Yeah, this is as far back as the berms on the side go. Got berms all the way around to my exact 90-degree angle. So that's as far as I want to go. This brass is going to hit my car. Don't care. Wapow! And that was a good ways away. Actually, I was standing back here. So I was standing behind my car and shooting that target, oh, right there. These red dot emitters, because that's the heart of a red dot, is the emitter, the part that puts out the red dot onto the glass in front, have come a long way in both the price going down and the quality going up. We are now at the point in the video where I stress test the red dot sight. I put it on my pistol, shoot a few rounds to make sure it is still dialed in, and then I put it on to my shotgun and see if it handles that recoil, and then put it right back to my pistol to make sure that it retains zero, even though it's being shuffled around between two different firearms and two very, very different recoil patterns. As is usual on the Deuce and Guns channel, I forgot the magazine for my shotgun, so I'm gonna have to single load this thing as I test it out. All right, verify zero. I got 3 rounds of 9mm. When I hit it right on the still target there. All right, 5 rounds single load because I'm a moron here. You do what you got to do. So we can knock it back down. Nope. Oh well, I just hit the dirt. Why not? There we go. Okay. That's 5 rounds. Now let's transfer it back to the pistol. She's back on there. And I've reset the target. Oh, oh, there we go. Winged it. There we go. No problems whatsoever. This CVLife Wolf Covert, it's a winner. It is a semi-game changer as far as red dot optics that are mountable onto your pistol for a budget. At the time of filming, I've put about 250 rounds of 9mm through my pistol using this red dot. Actually, it's a 147 grain 9mm right there, subsonic. I'm also testing out different types of bullets, so stay tuned for that video coming up in the near future. But I've done that. I put it on my shotgun. It was kind of a rough day at the shotgun range that day, but it did fine there, and then did just fine when I put it right back onto the Canic. So it is rugged enough for daily use. The only negative, the only bad thing about this red dot is that the footprint is huge. Not only is it the RMR, the largest footprint out there, the big RMR, but it overhangs. The thing has hips. It overhangs, and it is a fat girl on top of your skinny motorcycle is what it looks like there. Now the Canic is not a small pistol. Most pistols, the slide comes in just a little bit at the top and narrows out a little bit, and the Canic is one of those. And this thing just hangs over the side like a fat girl in a Walmart scooter. It might hang up on your clothes. It could hang up on your holster or on your rig of some sort. The best case scenario is that it just collects dirt and grime underneath that little lip there that it causes between the mount, the mounting plate, and the sight itself. Now I get why it's there. The overhang is there so then you can widen out the footprint and give yourself that huge pane of glass to use for your red dot. This has got to be one of the largest windows in a red dot for the top of a pistol. Now what they could have done is kept the base narrow and then kind of did an octagon or a circle, whatever, and made your red dot up there. So then you still had the skinny base that fit with the rest of the slide, but still had the big, huge window for the optics up on top. That is an option. It may have been too expensive to machine that out. I'll give that to them because this is a budget option, a huge, huge windowed red dot budget option. So in conclusion, do I recommend the CVLife Wolf Covert, the full-size RMR sight, as a red dot for your pistol use? Yes. If you're looking for a top quality red dot but don't want to spend a dough for a top quality red dot, this is a really, really good option. If you are looking for a big 6 MOA red dot for close quarters type competition action, 15, 20 yards max, this is the way to go. If you're looking for your first red dot and you have an RMR option for your pistol, this is a very good idea. This is a very good option. Long gone are the days where you have to mortgage your house off to get a good red dot. You can get one that is good enough for range use and fun use and pretty much general use around your daily life. You know, if you're going to overseas to fight in a war, you might want to splurge for something a little bit higher end. But around town, around your house, around the farm, on the range, on the competition circuit, this will be fine. Think of the red dot from CVLife as a Harbor Freight tool. You buy an inexpensive Harbor Freight tool. If you break it, then you go buy a snap-on. If you never break it, you never needed that snap-on in the first place. Well, guys, from today, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a like and go subscribe. A lot more is on the way. If you have any comments, questions, show ideas, leave that down in the comments down below. I'll try to answer as many of those as possible. And as always, you guys have a great day. See ya.